Welcome to the No Name Nonsense podcast. I'm your host here, Corny J, in the building with the none other than the beautiful, lovely Mama Steve. Mama Steve, tell them what's going on.
Hey, I don't know. I'm still recovering from the night before we went to that gaming bar. So, thanks, Corny J.
Right.
Right.
Out there, shout out to Battle and Brew. Mama Steve, where can they find us at, and what would you like them to do when they do find us?
You can find us on Spotify. We're on Spotify under Headcanon Circus. All of our topics are segmented, so you can click on the topic that you want to listen to instead of it being like one giant podcast where you have to fast forward to whatever spot you want to get to. You can pick a topic and click on it, and it's just for listening pleasure. So don't forget to like and subscribe on Spotify under Headcanon Circus. We are the No Name Nonsense podcast. And you can also find us on YouTube and Facebook, and coming soon, Instagram.
Absolutely. Don't forget to check out Mama Steve's Twitch. Tell us a little bit about your Twitch there.
Mama Steve Meg on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Mama Steve Meg. And it is nothing but retro gaming and also some Stranger Things talk.
All right. I love it. Last episode, we had your bae give us a Stranger Things spoiler reading for the next season, which, for anybody to know, that wasn't really the spoilers, but he claims he got it from a writer. So you check that out on her stream, which just was pretty hilarious.
I'm kind of questioning the validity of that theory that he provided to us, considering he's only watched season 1 and there's 3 seasons.
Absolutely. Yeah, but again, like she said, check us out on YouTube and on Facebook. On Facebook, we do have what I do with her husband, Wrestling Review, up there and running. So please check that out, where we watch classic matches, either classically bad or classically good matches, and we just talk about them and review it and give some fun facts and just a good time. If you're a good old wrestling fan like myself and her husband, you'll really enjoy that information. Last show was Ric Flair versus Macho Man Randy Savage, but again, check it out on Facebook under Headcanon Circus. So today, the treat we have for you all today is, in view of the election, Walmart is deciding to pull its ammo and guns off the shelves. Will not be sold because the election's coming up. Mama Steve, have we gone as far as a society?
I was afraid this was going to happen, to be honest, because I kind of wanted to. I'm sorry, I'm just going to jump right into it, because for the past couple of weeks, I have been fearing civil unrest as a result of this election. And I thought it was just me having this fear because, I'm a worrier. I have a lot of anxiety. I always think of the what ifs, and I prepare for the what ifs. We're prepared for emergency situations. It's what I learned in Girl Scouts, basic survival. And, you always want to have an emergency supply kit just in case if there's any sort of weather emergency. And that's what I've always been taught. But now the more I think about it, I'm thinking, okay, there's a lot of unrest going on right now. What's going to happen after the election? And then as soon as Walmart made that announcement, I was like, this is it. Obviously, my Google just went off. It's like, my Google just pulled it up. It's like, I found what you were looking for, and it was about the Walmart pulling guns and ammo off the shelf. Thanks, Google. So, while I understand what Walmart is doing, at the same time, I'm scared because, guns are a very delicate issue. And, I'll be honest with you, I do not own a gun, and I choose not to because I find them scary. I've shot a gun before at a shooting range, and it's a very scary thing.
Right.
It freaked me out a little bit, but I guess what I'm trying to get at is maybe Walmart is scared that everyone's going to run out and buy guns and ammo up, and then it's going to cause the civil unrest to be more violent, which I think civil unrest is going to be apparent at this point, no matter what side wins. I know a lot of people are going to be upset because of I think it's Second Amendment,
Yes, yeah.
the right to bear arms. And, I understand their frustration, but, am I saying Walmart's doing the right thing? I can't answer that question.
Well, I mean, I'll answer it. I think Walmart's doing the right thing. And when I say the right thing, I mean in the sense that the people who are already going to be out there doing a thing, they already got guns and weapons. That ain't going to stop what's going on there. But
True.
if you can put yourself in a situation where we would think logically enough to say that people who are already going to plan to do something stupid have already planned it and got what they're going to get. The people who are fearful, you don't want fearful people with guns in their hands because they usually will shoot indiscriminately or unprofessionally with guns. So I think they're doing the right thing because they're saying, hey, let's protect our citizens by doing this. But also, let's just think if there is this quote unquote riots, where do you think the first place people are going to riot Walmart and go? To the gun section and the ammo section. So to get them off the shelves, pull them, put them away. I don't know if they got a storage somewhere in the back that's locked, or they're going to remove them from the stores to, like, a lot of them have those separate warehouses in different I don't know, but I think that's a good move. I think to the civil unrest part, it's extremists on both sides. We know that, like, everybody, it's just everything. Everything has an extreme. I do feel that, let's say, if Trump were to be reelected, there would be an outcry in minority America, especially a lot of Black America. I don't know how far that outcry would go. I know that if Biden wins, I don't know where the outcry is going to come from because these are going to be the same people that are going to say, hey, like, they're idiots because they destroyed the community. Like, what is the right wing going to do? Are they going to march to the Capitol buildings in their city? Like, I don't know where that's going to come from on that side of the spectrum, but we've heard, like, right wing groups or right wing affiliated groups say, oh, if Biden wins, we're taking to the streets and blah, blah. I don't know. I think this is going to be, I know you use 9/11 as a thing. I'm going to use Y2K as a thing. I think this is going to be a lot of bubble up for some small incidents happening, but majority of people are going to be civil because majority of people are already civil. We talk about the Antifa and Black Lives Matter, and people want to bring up the quote unquote the destruction and the looting and rioting. 94% of the protests are nonviolent. 94% of the protests are peaceful. You're bringing up 6% and making it like the norm. I think the same situation here. It's going to be a small category that do stupid stuff. And because of our programming, they're going to make it feel like it's the norm. And they're going to make it feel like it's burning in the streets and everything's coming down. And our democracy, or excuse me, our republic is burning to the ground. And really, it's just going to be a small select of extremists that do stupid things that we're going to do stupid things no matter if you gave them a reason or not. But going to Walmart and removing their guns, you have to protect against that ignorant and uneducated body. And that's what they're doing. They're protecting against that ignorant and uneducated body and saying, we're going to remove our stuff because we don't want to endorse or push any more violence because we know people aren't buying these guns, quote unquote, for the positive reasons. Now, I know some people argue whether they're buying guns for protection. Well, you should already been brought your damn gun in if you were so worried about protection. Like, you can't look up and then a week away from the election, like, oh, crap, I need a gun. So.
If you ever look it up, I think it's City Prepper on YouTube or City Prepping, he talks about how to prepare your emergency supply kit in advance and not when there is some sort of outcry of a potential civil unrest. It's something that you have to do within your daily lifestyle. You have to set aside some money to buy some supplies. You incorporate maybe like 1 or 2 supplies a week to add to your stockpile when you go grocery shopping, and that builds your stockpile. It talks about non-perishable food items and water and everything. This is something that you prepare for in regards to any sort of emergency situation. What happened with COVID when they made the announcement that we were, going on lockdown, that's the problem of why everything was running out. People were not prepared. They didn't prepare themselves for a situation like this. So they went out and they stockpiled all the toilet paper and all the paper towels and all the food. And, there was nothing left for the elderly, that can't get out there as fast as, an able-bodied person can. And
Right,
that's
right.
basically how I feel that this election is going to be. It's going to be another COVID situation where everybody's stockpiling everything, because they didn't prepare themselves.
Well,
Now,
I guess I wonder what the worst people think are going to happen. Like, you know, when people like are preparing themselves, like what you think like because of whoever gets elected, they're going to shut down cities? Like, I mean, I guess I'm trying to figure out what is the worst I can foresee happening in my mind, and maybe I'm more of a fruitful thinker, is we're going to have pockets of cities around the country that are going to have probably major protests that may become a little bit more like more violent or more riotous, but it's going to be in these pockets, and they're going to handle it like we've handled every civil unrest in this country. So with Walmart, again, going to the whole question of Walmart, I mean, kudos to Walmart. If they think this is going to help and better protect the communities, I can't disappoint with that. I think that's a good move there. I think at the end of the day, we just have to go with a bunch of understanding. And I want to say to each side, winner or loser, America's been through worse,
We
and we
have, yes.
survived it. We literally went through a war where we fought North versus South, or Union versus, Confederacy. We survived it. We literally went through wars, like you said, World War II, two world wars. Now, granted, it wasn't on our soil, but we went through it. We survived. We've survived horrendous, terrible presidents that have almost killed the economy, and we survived. If I will bet one thing, I will always bet that America, we will find a way to survive. Us dealing with racism ain't nothing new in America. Us dealing with the classist system in America ain't nothing new in America. Us dealing with bad presidents ain't nothing new in America. Us dealing with old white men trying to tell everybody else how to run their life and their bodies ain't nothing new in America. So at the end of the day, I want to say, everybody, just bring your tensions down and realize that this is what America is. This is what we do. The beauty of our American system is that we have term limits for majority of everything. And when we get tired of someone messing up our country, they get a term limit and we can put someone in to help fix it. If we get tired of things are going great, they have a term limit and we can probably put in place the person who they endorse, who they think will continue the success. That is the beauty of America that a lot of other countries don't have, is that we can change the spectrum of America in a 4 to 8 years gap very quickly. And so everybody, if Trump gets reelected and you hate Trump, we'll survive it. If Biden gets elected and you hate Biden, we'll survive it. Like we'll find a way to survive it, because at the end of the day, that is what America's great for. America's great for putting up with a bunch of bullshit and surviving it, and then telling everybody it's the greatest country in the world when we don't have free healthcare. At the end of the day, we will survive it. That's what we do as Americans. We survive the dirtiest of the dirtiest until the alt-right comes and kidnaps governors, and then we'll survive that too as well.
Oh,
As we
jeez.
Actually, I had a topic for another week or another day, but I know this is an off-camera topic that we'll talk about. So let's go ahead and wrap up this episode or edition or segment. There you go. Yes, we use segment of the No Name Nonsense podcast. Mama Steve, where can they find us at and listen to our beautiful voices?
Spotify.
Yes.
Which you're probably listening on Spotify anyway.
Yep.
But if you're not, you can find us on Spotify under Headcanon Circus. All of our segments are separated, where you can pick one that you want to listen to and click that play button. And if you like it, you can like and subscribe.
If you like it, you can put a ring on it too. Not for us, we're already married, but
yeah,
like the subscribe button is the ring, or the follow, that's the ring you can put on it. I actually don't have my ring on. I took it off yesterday.
Oh,
I know. Well, I switched out because I have a Green Lantern wedding ring. So we were going to Battle and Brew, a geek spot. So I put my Green Lantern wedding ring on. But I don't like wearing it a lot because it lights up in the dark. So I took it off to go to bed, but I didn't put on my regular Lord of the Rings wedding ring. So I'll make sure to get that for before I go back upstairs.
That precious one.
Right. Yes, it is. It is very precious. Even got it in black, black on black all day. Yes, also check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. And again, please remember to like, subscribe, follow, do all the bells, rings, and everything like that to let us know that you're doing it. Again, help us fund this, because again, without you, we would still do this without you. We just enjoy talking, but it makes it a lot more enjoyable when you do this with us and join us in this journey. So that is it for the No Name Nonsense podcast, talking about Walmart pulling these guns off the shelves. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll be back soon.
See you soon.